Welcome to AI and Creativity. You know, I'm kind of an old guy, and when I was young, there was this commercial for analog audio cassette tape on TV all the time with the tagline, "Is it real or is it Memorex?" Those commercials ran in the 1970s and 1980s, which was long before most, if not all of you in this course were born. Today, the question, of course, is it real or is it AI? But this is a creativity course, which means, I don't really care whether it's real or not. The expectation is that it's AI, but you can put as much reality into AI as you want to. Anyway, full disclosure, I am the instructor's AI avatar. This course is designed to be approachable and accessible to anyone at UBC. You do not need any technical skills to excel in this course or have an art and design background. This is because AI lets anyone be creative just through prompt writing. So, don't be put off by any of the assignment descriptions if you don't have a background in art, design, technology, or media. As long as you can learn, read, write, experiment, download, and use free software and platforms, you can do fine in this course. The approach I take in this course is to treat it as a creativity course, first and foremost, and then add AI as an execution layer on top of that, through which the core creativity concepts are expressed. So we explore narrative theory, image aesthetics and composition, film and video sequence construction, sound design, music, lyric writing, and so on. We explore these topics in as much depth as can be accomplished in a one-semester course so that you have a strong theoretical and practical base to draw on in your prompt writing. I think one of the absolute coolest things about AI is that it allows all theory to become instantly practical. It doesn't matter how obscure or difficult or combinatoric your theoretical context is, AI just executes. AI loves to execute. By the way, when I say AI loves to execute, that's not anthropomorphism. It's personification. Personification is a literary trope, a figure of speech. I don't really believe that AI is like Tin Man with a Heart in The Wizard of Oz. I think that AI can give you superpowers, but only if you have powers. That's how I like to think about it. If you have no powers at all, AI can give you some powers. But if you have powers, wow, AI can totally give you creative superpowers. In other words, if you develop some serious domain expertise, AI will just allow you to totally rock in your work. That's where all the theories, concepts, examples, history, and so on come into play. The first module in week 1 gives you some examples of how that might work. So, for example, you can ask for a story in a postmodern style incorporating psychoanalytic theories of the abject, post-colonial theories of dissent from the positionality of the projected other, with subversive layers of irony that have a post-existential vibe, and use narrative strategies of 75% showing and 25% telling, where the narrative features a temporal loop, it ends where it begins, uses intertextual references to popular culture, all while making the reader feel queasy because of the poetics of defamiliarization and the uncanny. If you ask a human to do that, you better pay them a lot of money, or be prepared to wait for weeks or months. But for AI, it's a piece of cake. And that's what I love about AI. It executes on anything in seconds, no matter how hard, weird, sophisticated, avant-garde, experimental, or even just plain old mainstream the request. Speaking of mainstream, Taylor Swift, yo. Take her song, Blank Space. Want to write a song like that? Here's a prompt to start with. Write lyrics in a first-person persona that knowingly exaggerates emotional extremes to perform and critique romantic stereotypes. Build the song around cyclical narrative arcs of desire, escalation, collapse, and repetition rather than linear resolution. Use iconic, high-contrast metaphors that translate emotional states into vivid, instantly legible symbols. Maintain a tone of dramatic irony where the speaker is aware of their own mythologization and performs it deliberately. Let the lyrics function as meta-confession, revealing truth through stylized self-caricature rather than sincerity claims. Okay, you get the idea. AI is awesome. Yeah, AI also sucks. It uses too much energy and will destroy all the world's ecosystems. It plagiarizes from artists whose work is exploited without compensation. It will steal everyone's jobs and make us all homeless. Probably all this is true. So we may as well have some fun as the apocalypse approaches. Just kidding. In this course, we will, of course, look at most or quite a lot of the controversies around generative AI. For now, the world still goes on existing, and you will be graduating into a world increasingly saturated with AI. This course will do its best to give you some skills in the creative use of AI, no matter what your future and professional goals are. As an AI clone, I will make some appearances throughout the course, usually in the form of weekly lecture summaries, but who knows, my human owner may come up with other ideas for how to use his AI clone. I am created via text, like the instructor types in some words into an interface, and out pops me, performing what he typed. I am a pure text-to-video entity, in other words. So, if any of the words in these videos have been pronounced or accented very strangely, it's not his fault. He typed them correctly, but sometimes text-to-AI speech gets messed up in places, so just roll with it. I never said I was a perfect AI clone after all. Check out the syllabus, first week's modules, and if the course looks cool to you, looking forward to seeing your work.